In this video, I'd like to talk about the math question of the day for Wednesday, May 24th, 2023. And with this example problem, we have the measure of angle QPS. QPS here is a straight angle. The measure of QPR, this angle right here, is 7x minus 4. And the measure of angle RPS, this angle here, is 9x minus 40. And we need to find the measure of angle QPR, again, this angle right here. So a question like this is typically seen in a geometry class. So at this point, go ahead and pause the video, see if you can work through this on your own. And when you're ready, unpause the video and we can go through this together. Now, assuming that you have attempted the problem, let's start working through this. And we're told that this angle QPS is a straight angle. Or in other words, this entire angle is the angle of a line, a straight line. And we know that the angle of a line is 180 degrees. Then we are told that this angle here, QPR, this one right here, is 7x minus 4 degrees. And that's actually the angle we want to find. Though we are also told the measure of RPS here, this is 9x minus 40. And notice that both of these angles, QPR and RPS, when you add those together, you get this straight angle, QPS. So these two angles added together are equal to 180 degrees. They are known as supplementary angles. Anytime you have two angles that are adjacent, when you add them together and they're equal to 180 degrees, or the angle of a line, they're known as supplementary angles. So let's set up that equation. We have that QPR, which is 7x minus 4 degrees, plus this angle RPS, this 9x minus 40 degrees, that all of this is equal to this straight angle QPS, which we know is 180 degrees. And from here, we can just solve this one variable linear equation for x. And once we figure out what x is, since we need to figure out what QPR is, this angle here, we can just plug in whatever our x value is and then evaluate that expression. So to start, let's combine like terms. Notice we have variable terms here, 7x's plus 9 more x's, that would be 16x's total. And we have minus 4 degrees, minus 40 degrees, which when combined is just minus 44 degrees. This is equal to 180 degrees. And to get x by itself, we need to isolate this term. So we need to cancel out this minus 44 degrees. We can add 44 degrees to each side of our equation, so that we get 16x minus 44 degrees plus 44 degrees, that's just 0. And 180 plus 44 would be, 224 degrees. And lastly, we need to cancel out this multiplication by 16. And to cancel out multiplication, we can use division. We can divide each side by 16. And 16 divided by 16, that's just 1. So we get 1 times x, which is just x. And 16 goes into 22 one time. And we have a remainder of 6. And 16 goes into 64 4 times. So x would just be 14. And technically 14 degrees. And now we can plug in x into this equation here. So let's just rewrite it. The measure of QPR is 7 multiplied by x, but now we know x is 14 degrees minus 4 degrees. And let's multiply this out. 7 times by 10 is 70, plus 7 times 4, which is 28. 70 plus 28 is 98 degrees. And we're subtracting 4 degrees from that, so we get 94 degrees as our final answer. And if we want, we can also plug in x here into our other angle and make sure that these two angles do in fact add up to 180 and that they're supplementary. So if we plug in 14 there, let's rewrite that down here, we have the measure of our PS. We're just checking our work now. We have 9 multiplied by 14 degrees, and we'll take away 40 from that. 9 times 14, that's 90 plus 36, which is 126. And we're subtracting 40 from that. Let me just make a little bit more room here so that we can finish this. And 126 minus 40 would be 86. And we can see that if we add 94 plus 86, we do get back 180, which shows that these two angles are supplementary with our found x value, which again should make sense because this big angle here is a straight angle and is a total angle measure of 180 degrees. So our final answer, what is the measure of angle QPR? This angle right here is 94 degrees. And you can also visually confirm that. This is slightly bigger than a right angle. This is slightly less than a right angle. And that matches up with the two values we found. But of course, you don't want to rely on the picture. It just helps as a guide sometimes.